So what do you do when techniques don't work? Well, the issue is, as we talked, could be secondary gain. So check for secondary gain. But the truth is that if the technique isn't working, the client is doing the process of not. They are actually doing a strategy. And what they're doing is they're protecting a disintegrated behavior by resisting your instructions. So it's not that the technique doesn't work. The only thing you need for a technique to successfully produce its intended outcome is desire in the client and willingness to do what it takes. So when you get to a point where the client's doing the technique, but it's not working, this doesn't happen to me, okay? Because I know what to do. You have to reframe the client. Reframe means, change the meaning or change their relationship to whatever it is you're doing, such that they do begin to comply with the coaching process again. You have to reframe the client. This is a linguistic technique, right? Which basically involves taking the client out of the context of what they're doing and then changing the meaning of what they're doing. Essentially, what you need to do here is go back to reinforcing their desire or go back to reinforcing their compliance or their willingness or their coachability. Right? What's happening is they're not following your instructions. They're following not your instructions, or they're doing the process of not following your instructions, which in and of itself is a behavior. And you have to reframe them. You have to say something like, one of the most common things we use with NLP, hypnosis, timeline therapy, and all the techniques that we teach is, I'm not doing this for you. You do it. I'm just the coach. So do you want to make this change or not? Like, it's not me doing it, right? I'm the coach. I'm over here. The client's the one actually doing the work. And so you need to remind them of cause and effect, right? Who's at cause here, right? Cause and effect is a really important thing when techniques don't work. So let me just quickly explain it with a story. So, everybody, like life, every effect has a cause. And people either live at the cause of life or the effect of life, right? So people who live at the effect of life often have a reason for why they don't have the results that they want. And they'll tell you that reason, and the reason justifies it. But the truth is they just have a pile of reasons. They have no results. People who live at the cause, they have results, right? Or they have not results, but that's fine. So let me illustrate this with a little story. Johnny, did you get your homework done? Johnny says, no, the dog ate it. Not my fault. The dog ate it. I'm not at cause, not my fault. Okay, this happens all the time. But think about it. How much power does Johnny have to get his homework out of the dog? Zero. He has none. So he's powerless. Now, if Johnny moves to the cause side of the equation, right, there are a number of ways he can answer this question, but let's just use three different scenarios. Johnny, did you get your homework done? No, I'm not doing it. That's a perfectly causal statement. Now, Johnny has to live with the consequences of his choice, right? He has to live with the outcomes, but he has the power. And it is within his realm to make that choice. Okay, number two. Johnny, did you get your homework done? No. For whatever reason, irrelevant, I will have it done for Monday. That's called remaking the agreement. We've all had to remake agreements. Life happens, and sometimes we don't always get done what we say we're going to do. So we just, with integrity, remake the agreement and go give our best effort. Or number three, Johnny, did you get your homework done? No, I don't know how to do it. Can you please help me? Right? That's a cry for coaching. Who's not going to help that person asking for help? That's a very causal statement. And when you are at cause, you retain the power to choose the outcomes or the actions that lead to the outcomes of your results. So when a technique's not working, it's because the client is choosing to do the process of not. They are choosing to not follow your instructions. So you need to bring them back to the cause side of the equation, right? And something like this is what I say to my audiences all the time. Can you agree that every choice you've ever made in your entire life has led you to the moment that you're standing in right now, whether you're sitting in a chair or driving in a car or whatever you're doing? Every choice you've ever made has put you there right now. Why do you think that's different for any other moment in your life? So you have to get to the cause side of the equation if you're going to put the power back in your client's seat so that they can get in touch with the resources to make the change inside themselves.